Hey you guys, it's your girl Ash back with another video. So as you can tell by the title, today is a little different. We're gonna get a little emotional today. We're gonna talk about real life topics, subjects that are going on in America right now, things that pertain to me just because of the color of my skin. I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna start with the fact that I wanted to make sure that I came out with a video explaining or just talking about how I feel, my concerns, because originally I had planned on editing 2 videos prior to this video, and then the whole thing with George Floyd happened, and I don't really know the words, like how to put how I felt into words, but a lot of people were using the term heavy-hearted. Their hearts are so heavy. I literally cried every day about the situation. I'm not gonna say I was depressed. We're not gonna say depressed. I was furiated. I was furious. And I honestly didn't even want to watch the video just because I felt like I was already emotional from the little snippets that I saw, and I didn't want to see it. I did not, and I still to this day have not watched the full video, which I know, shame on me. You know, if I act like it's not there, it's not happening, then I'm part of the problem. However, I am very vocal on my social media about what's going on. I just personally, for me, I don't want to watch the video. But what was I saying? I didn't feel comfortable coming on YouTube and editing a video, dropping a video without expressing how I felt about the situation. And also, I've said multiple times, like, YouTube is a hobby for me. So I really was not in the right mind space to be editing a video, to be putting it together. Like, when I edit a video, I'm supposed to be using it for fun, like a leisure time, but these past few weeks with everything that's been going on, with the protests, the videos, our president being a fucking asshole, I just was not in the mood to edit a video unless I dropped a video like this. So I'm gonna speak on this topic just for a little bit, short video. I cannot help but to think that I am an American citizen, and I do not feel comfortable calling the cops if anything was to ever happen. Before this George Floyd situation happened, there was Ahmed, and I was in a car with my fiance, and I was like, oh, I'm so tired, like I really don't want to go in the store. We were in a predominantly white neighborhood, and I was like, yeah, I don't really feel like going in the store with you. Like, I'm going to stay in the car. And in my head, something clicked, like, Ashley, go with this black man. Do not send him into that store alone. And anyone that meets my fiance will be like, oh my gosh, he's so nice. He's so sweet. Yeah, I get it. But unfortunately, that's not the world that we live in today, where everyone's going to look at him and be like, oh, he seems so nice. He's so sweet. He's a black man in a white neighborhood. Like, they're gonna just assume a racial bias against him just because of his color. And I immediately got up and was like, all right, I'm gonna just go into the store with you. And that was before the George Floyd situation happened. But like I said, it was because of the Ahmed story as well. And if you don't know about that story, then you should probably go look it up. But I just felt like, you know, as an American, I didn't have to sign papers to be here. I didn't sneak into this country. I was born and raised here. I should not have to feel like I don't have protection if I wanted to call the cops. And I don't know, man. I feel like there needs to be something done as far as, I don't know if cops need to take another education course, or maybe a psychology class, a sociology class. I really don't know what the police academy entails of or what they have to do. I really don't. But if that's not a part of their curriculum, they should probably make it a part of it now. I just feel like their learning has to change. They should start doing a deep check onto people before they let them onto the task force. And I feel like every time there is a situation or a complaint against an officer, that it shouldn't be taken lightly. It shouldn't be dismissed by a court just because they're officer. So I think that also needs to change. As far as like the peaceful protests go, I'm all here for it. And I understand that when the riots happen, people are getting their businesses burnt. And I completely understand, like, people feel like businesses can be replaced. But not all of them can be. Not everyone has full coverage insurance. And I'm here for burning down police buildings and blowing up their cars to make a statement. As bad as that sounds, I know it sounds bad for the people that aren't living our everyday problem. And by that, I mean by being black. Maybe you don't get that outrage. And it's not for you to get. To be completely honest with you, it's not for you to get. Y'all just got to make this change, okay? We have to make the change. But that's what I was saying. I get the whole burning of buildings and stuff. And yes, I get that buildings can be replaced. I was saying that not all buildings can be replaced, but that's besides the point. I feel like when it comes to looting, at that point, you're taking away from the original message. Like, if you want to break stuff, burn stuff down, cool. That's understandable. You're getting a message out there. But then when people start stealing, then it kind of just makes it look like you have an ulterior motive. And one thing that I'll also voice, that I know that it's not just all black people doing it. It's majority white people starting the problems. I get that too. I don't know. It's really just a lot. A lot is going on. And I'm tired. I'm physically, emotionally, spiritually, I am drained of the situation. I literally have no more tears to cry at this point. I'm just angry. I'm angry, confused, baffled. We're not even gonna talk about the president. We're just not. We're not touching on that topic. Just make sure when it's election time, you guys go out there and vote, okay? And please don't put him back into office. I'm just gonna say that, end it there, and that's it. As far as everything else goes, like, I'm hoping and praying that all of this isn't for nothing. Like, I hope at the end of this, there is some type of repercussions. There's some type of a system change for police officers. I hope that there's a FBI internal affairs investigation if something happens and they're not investigating it properly. Something has to change. I don't know what, I don't know how, but I am here for these peaceful protests, for all these things that are going on right now. I'm here for it. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I don't know. Also, just so that you guys know, I'm not black or white. I stand with my black people, my colored people. Let me rephrase that. And all lives cannot matter until Black lives matter. Because at this point, it's like people just treat us like shit, you know? So if we're still being treated as shit, then how are all lives mattering? That doesn't make sense. Clearly not all lives matter because people are still being treated like shit because of their color. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to throw that all lives matter thing out the window until Black lives matter. That's the slogan I'm using. All lives matter once Black lives matter. It's just a lot. And hopefully this is over soon. Hopefully we get what we're asking for. There's change. One thing I will say that I think is super dope is that Instagram, I noticed that when you scroll down, it'll ask you like a question, a prompted question, and just gives you more information about Black Lives Matter movements. It'll give you links and like photos and stories about situations. That way it'll keep people that are out the loop in the loop. Like you can at least get an idea of what's going on and why people are so mad if you don't really know. Xfinity, I went on there to watch a show today, and they had a Black People Matter. It's like a little box, and it basically had documentaries, documentaries of people of color or situations that have happened that have been investigated. I don't remember if there was a situation in Florida. I know Sandra, her last name isn't coming to me right now, but I know her documentary was on there. And then they also have like historical Black movies on there. Also documentaries, but they're just movies. So yeah, I think it's really, really dope that this is getting more outreach. It's really sad that it took a man dying on camera and being kneeled on for 8 minutes and 45 seconds. It's sad that it took that to get this kind of outrage from people and to get this kind of notice from football team owners, from all these big media, like Xfinity or Pretty Little Things or Fashion Nova. It's sad that it took all of this just for people to realize like Black lives don't matter. So I guess I'm a little thankful that it's kind of coming to light, but I'm still kind of like, ain't shit changed yet. So I'm gonna be hopeful. Hopefully in my time they'll change something. And hopefully all these riots and these protests and these outraged people get the attention of the right people and they do something about it. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I said what I said. If you feel some type of way, you can always DM me. You can always drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. It is a touchy subject, but I'm still entitled to feel however I want to feel. So, unfollow me. That's all. But yeah, you guys, it's been real. So I will be uploading more videos. I hope you guys keep your head up during this time. Make sure you go out and vote when it is time. And honestly, just try to uplift each other, one another, by whether it's going to Black-owned businesses or every time you see a person of color, just being a little nicer. I don't know. Do whatever you feel like you need to do to change the world that you live in today. But yeah, that's all I'm really gonna touch on today. We honestly just have to keep hope alive. We gotta pray. We gotta make sure we go out and vote when it's time to vote, and just keep saying their names. Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd. Those are the recent 3 that happened in the past 2 months. And I know there was another person that that was killed in New Jersey, a Jamaican man. His name is Maurice Gordon. And that is another case of ain't shit civil about what happened to him. And they still haven't even released videos. They haven't released a statement to the parents of Maurice. So that case, there needs to be justice for him as well. But yeah, guys, just make sure you keep saying their names, all right? This isn't something that's just gonna go away. This is not something we can just dwell on for 2 weeks and then just be done with it in the next few months. Like, we have to keep persistent. We gotta be the change that we want to see, you know? But anyways, let me stop rambling. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys. Thank you for staying through to the end. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I will be dropping more videos, I promise. Anyways, love you guys. Be blessed. Bye, doll.